Greetings, Archangel Michael is here to answer the question that you have prepared.
Thank you. We appreciate this. So the question is, many of us struggle with self-love. How can we develop better self-love for ourselves?
By accepting every part of you, everything you have done, as all part of a learning experience, accepting it all, warts and all. You allow that you have made mistakes, and you allow and you celebrate those times when you have had successes, when you have had accomplishments, when you have achieved something which you are proud of. And it is very easy, of course, for many to downplay those things that are celebratory in nature and to amplify those things which are derogatory to the self in nature. Does this make sense?
Yes.
So we say, accept your mistakes as learning experiences, for that is a part of this lifetime that you are living. That is part of the experience that you chose to experience when you came into this incarnation. For without such so-called mistakes, without setbacks, without steps taken backwards, there would be no impetus to move forward and to progress along your soul's journey. So we would say, how do you increase your self-love? Realize that the true you, the true higher self, as you call it, which is the self of you that is closest, that has never, in fact, separated from Source. There is no self-doubt. There is no lack of self-love. For loving yourself is loving all of creation, for you are an indispensable and inseparable part of the whole. You cannot love one part of the whole and despise or not love another part of the whole. This makes no sense. In the same way that you cannot look at your forearm, your ulna bone, and dislike or disrespect your ulna bone while accepting your radial bone and the skin covering your forearm and your hand and your bicep and tricep muscles and the rest of the body that it is connected to. It would make no sense. And yet this is a condition that many who are incarnated into the physical form deal with, for they feel perhaps they do not measure up. They do not compare when they see the success of others. When they compare themselves and they see that perhaps what they perceive as their very best efforts do not measure up compared to another. And then maybe they feel that others have a better life, they have more advantages, they're born into, in fact, more advantages, whereas they maybe themselves lack or have lacked these same advantages and these same genetics that may make them feel that they are not as beautiful, that they cannot stack up compared to others. But this, of course, is only an illusion. This is a mistaken assumption. For there is in truth no one that is higher than the other. They are only different experiences And we would say that though you may see superficially another that appears to have it all over you, but you do not know that other soul, you do not know their experience, you do not know all that is going on within their emotions, within their minds, within their experiences that they too came here to learn their own challenges that they must overcome. You do not know theirs. You only see one part, one tiny angle, when in fact, perhaps someone in such a position, were they made aware of you in your position, there may be some envy from that side. You see? Does this make sense so far?
Yes.
It is always easy to, or shall we say easier, to emphasize the negative while in the physical, unfortunately, for the vibratory frequency in the earth plane is much denser, much slower, and much more difficult to navigate for the soul. And the soul came here for that purpose, that very purpose. For this is a challenge. This is the greatest challenge, perhaps. And you came here to experience it and to grow from it. Think about this. Think about that. Consider that. That in itself is something to look within yourself and to feel respect and admiration for. It takes great courage. It took great courage for you as a soul to choose to come into physicality, the denseness to constrict and condense your energy, the wisdom that you have access to, and yet you had to restrict and constrict your energy to incarnate into a tiny physical body and take on a new identity for the purpose of growth, for the purpose of facing certain challenges and also achieving successes within this vibratory frequency. This is a challenge, and you can look inside yourself and just for that alone, congratulate yourself, feel within your heart center, feel for yourself. Feel the love for yourself that you feel for the very thing that you may love the most outside of yourself. Perhaps it is a pet that you have that has been much beloved within your lifetime, whether it is incarnated or whether it has moved on. Imagine the love that you feel for that being or for another, a friend, a parent, a child. Feel that love. And then now, when you understand the feeling within your heart, a type of love that is unconditional, then direct that love within and feel that same love for yourself. You need not earn the right to be loved. There is nothing that is required to earn for you. You, by your very existence, are worthy. You do not need to do anything to become worthy. This is going beyond. This is surpassing what many often consider to be love within the human experience. For the word is often used in a way that is not fully in realization or in recognition of what true love, full love is. True love is unconditional affection, acceptance. And in fact, words alone do not do justice to it. So the best reflection of what it is, the best representation, should we say, is to go within yourself, whether you are seated or whether you are lying down, you are reclined. Allow there to be quiet time within yourself and feel within your heart. Once you are relaxed, allow all outside distractions to be set aside. If you need to come back to them at some point, just know that you, at this moment, are setting them aside. And feel within your heart the love that you have given to others, those that you truly feel unconditionally for. And now feel within that heart how lovely and perfect you are. You may not feel perfect within your incarnated life, within your incarnated identity that you have taken on. But do know that you, as spirit, are perfection. Perfection that has come with a mission to gather experiences, and gathering experience for the collective that you will bring back to Source, for Source may only experience itself and gather experiences through the courage and the willingness of souls that incarnate and reach out and gather these experiences. Do you not feel within yourself the courage that you exercised to come into this lifetime, a lifetime that has so many challenges, fraught with potential dangers and risks that they do not exist within the higher frequencies of spirit? This we ask you now.
There are times I question it, and I question what I did wrong to have to come back here and deal with things before I understood more about spirituality and about who I am truly. But I also hear what you're saying, and I'm grateful to hear it.
First, we will say that your incarnating into this plane is not, is not, is not a punishment. In fact, your incarnation in this plane is voluntary, has always been voluntary. You comprise more, or you are comprised of more than you imagine. And we would say that when you chose to come in into this specific lifetime, know that there are many, many other aspects of yourself, your true self, your higher self, that are simultaneously branched out into other experiences that they are experiencing and gathering to also bring back to source. But the you that is within this physical vessel that you are inhabiting, this specific fractal of the greater you, is only aware of this specific fractal at this time as it is meant to be. For how could you grow? How could you gather new experiences and truly have understandings, epiphanies? How could you do that if you are already aware of all that you have and are experiencing? It is it is a method of it is, shall we say, a forgetting, a forgetting to come back so that you may remember the wisdom that is within you in a dense environment that is fraught with challenges. And we know this is difficult for some to accept, that they would voluntarily come, especially if their life has had many, many, especially painful, especially difficult challenges. And yet we tell you this, that there is no forceful need to reincarnate. But when you are within the energies of spirit, in the realm of spirit, your mindset, your awareness of the totality is different. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Is there any desire for any clarification?
I think this was very well said, and I appreciate hearing it as I continue to learn for myself about my purpose and what I'm doing here and why I experienced what I experienced.
You would not be the person you are today had you not experienced the challenges that you have. You would not be on the path that you are on now had you not experienced the challenges of your life. For all of those challenges make the you that is in this embodiment you. And there is no other like you. There may be some that people may compare, they may feel that there are similarities if they encounter a person that has similar experiences, but it is impossible for two souls to embody and to have identical experiences or to have identical responses, reactions to those experiences. It is an impossibility, and this is how spirit collects and gathers these experiences unto itself as creator continually grows. There is no end to growth. Growth continues. It is constant. It is inevitable. It cannot be stifled one way or the other. And it is always your choice if you wish to come. But you may not have the same desire to escape. You may choose to go to another realm in another life. You may choose to remain in spirit to help and to grow from that perspective as well. There is no real punishment in terms of the requirement to come down. It is merely different experiences that are collected. They're wished to be experienced. And we will say that each and every soul, regardless of how fortunate, how advantaged that soul may be or may appear to be, it is guaranteed that that soul has had extremely challenging circumstances in other expressions or incarnations. So we say, do your best to look within yourself to appreciate the love that is you, for you are love. There is really no separation from love, for everything that you see are expressions of love, and you are not separate from that. But it is possible that within your emotions, within your mindset, you may feel that you are separate when in fact you are not, for that would be impossible. The only challenge then is to allow yourself to feel and to realize that fact. Feel within your heart love for yourself, love for all the challenges that you have been through and how you have come through each and every challenge. And even those in some times within a lifetime, there may feel to be that you do not want to continue, that this is too difficult, it is too painful. Why would I want to continue this? And it is in that moment that it is very important to feel the love, to feel the affection for yourself for having chosen this path, this lifetime, this set of challenges within this lifetime. And we in the angelic realm, we have taken note. We know all of this. You do not realize, perhaps, that in the spirit realm, the angelic beings celebrate you. We say that you are not below, you are not beneath. You are fellow beings with us, and we celebrate each success and each overcoming of each challenge. And we do our best at all times to comfort those who feel that they are unable to move forward. And do know that you are recognized. As we said earlier, you need not earn that recognition. It is automatic. It is given. And regardless of the circumstances within this lifetime that you are currently experiencing, you are included, you are loved unconditionally, You are a part of the whole. So give that same consideration to yourself and love yourself. Feel that affection. This is not narcissism. This is recognizing and appreciating and acknowledging what you truly are. You are all blessed. This is Archangel Michael.